What's up, guys? Santa OMG here, and I'm just going to be going through teaching y'all how to write chords and good sounding chord progressions pretty quick and easily. Here are a couple of examples of what I can do in just under like 5 minutes because I know this type of theory. So yeah, I literally wrote both of those in under like 5 minutes each. It's just that easy when you really know how melodies and how chords work together. And I'm going to be showing y'all just some basics that'll help y'all really get started. Just want to let y'all know that this video is probably going to be a little bit long, so I have some timestamps at the bottom of the description, and they'll be titled like certain sections of the video, so you can just go to that specific time if you want to jump around the video and look for the information that you actually need. So first of all, if you haven't watched my first video on notes and scales, how what are notes and how scales work and how keys work and stuff like that, I suggest y'all go watch that if you don't know it, because that's knowledge that you need to know before you can do this. It's just like probably a 10-minute long video, I'm pretty sure. Just go watch that. The link will be at the bottom of the description box, or you could just find it on my channel. It's called Music Theory for Beginners, Notes and Scales, or something like that. But yeah, if you don't know about all that stuff yet, just go watch that first, and that'll be a big help. So anyway, first we'll go over what's going on in this thing right here, okay? Now all this is, it's really simple. I started out with the chords, actually. Here's the chords by themselves. Now, all this is what's called a 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression, and I'll be showing you what those numbers mean in a second. But for now, I just want to show you guys what actually that means, like those numbers. So each key will be in C major for this video. Each major key has a certain formula, right? If you watched my previous video, you'll know that in order to make a major scale or a major key, you'd start from C, or you start from your root note, you go up a whole step, up a whole step, up a half step, up a whole step, up a whole step, up a whole step, and then a half step back to the root note. All right, so it's whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half, okay? Now, same as there's a formula to make a major key, there's a formula to derive certain chords from a major key. So, and that formula is major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and diminished. And what that means is we'll have a C major chord, a D minor chord, an E minor chord, an F major chord, a G major chord, an A minor chord, and a B diminished chord. And that's it for the same that's the same formula for each major key. It's different for minor, which we'll be going over in a different video, but for major keys, like if you had C major, you'd have the chords C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, and B diminished to choose from. Those are your main chords, okay? But all a chord is 2 or more notes played together at the same time. So this is a chord in the key of C major. Oh, did I mute that? Yeah, I did. Hell, this is a chord. All it is if you're playing 2 or more notes at a time, that's a chord, okay? Now the bottom line, when we're making anything in our song melodic, bottom line, the first thing you need to stick to is only using notes that are in the key that your song is in. So if we're writing a song in C major, you don't want to be using any sharps or flats, any of these black keys, because in C major it's all the white keys. It's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. So that's the first rule, very first rule. And if you stick to that, and you just go through trial and error, you'll probably be all right. But this tip that I'm going to be showing y'all is going to speed up that process. So like I said, you have C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Okay. So you have those main chords to choose from as a starting point. So say I wanted to make a chord progression in the key of C major. I would just do that. Make a G major chord, which is boom, boom. And then I would maybe go to like E minor, which is boom, boom, boom. And then A minor. And then maybe C major. Let's see how that sounds. Sounds decent, you know? Sounds decent. But there are tricks to like make it sound better that I'll be going over in a second. But how I built these major chords, besides me just memorizing it because I've been a musician for I guess like 10 years, but there's a formula to make major and minor chords, just like there is to make a major and minor scale and blah, blah, blah. There's a formula. There's two ways you can do this. One way is the easiest way, all right? To make a major chord, you start from the root, which is C, then you go up 1, 2, 3, 4 semitones, then you get E, then go from E, you go up 3 more semitones, so 1, 2, 3, C, E, G. That's a C major chord, all right? To get a D minor chord, you start from your root note, D, then you go up 1, 2, 3, only 3, not 4, only 3. Then you go from your second note of the chord, F, you go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's kind of like backwards from a major. So in order to make a major chord, you go up 4 semitones from your root, and then from your second note, you go up 3 semitones. For a minor chord, you go up 3 semitones from your root, and then from your second note, you go up 4 semitones. So, alright, so that's C major and that's D minor. The same thing for the rest of the major and minors. Diminished is 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3. Okay. And diminished chords aren't really used a whole lot in popular music. They're mostly used maybe to resolve back to the root, because you see B is right under C, so it's going to resolve back pretty easily. So see, it resolves tension. But that's how you do that. Okay. If you want to get super technical, to make a major chord, there's another way to do that. And it involves a lot more knowledge, but I'll still go over it. Say you want to make a C major. You'd start from C, and then you'd have to know every note in the C major scale. So you'd have to know C, D, E, F, G, A, B. You'd find the third note in C major, which is E, place that, and then you'd find the fifth note in C major, which is G. You'd place that. 1, 3, 5. That's a major chord. Now for minor, it's pretty much the same thing, except let's say we'll start from D, okay? If you want a D minor chord, you'd start from the root note D. You'd have to know every note in the D major scale. So you do whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. Then you'd already got your root note. Then you'll find your third note, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's your third. Then you find your fifth, 4, 5. That's your fifth right there. So now you got your 1, 3, 5. This is a D major chord. But to make it a minor so it fits into C major key, you'd flat the third. It's a 1, flat third, and a 5. By flat third, I mean just bring it down 1 semitone. And notice how it fits in C major, and that's how you make a minor chord. Same thing for E minor, and same thing for A minor. All right. So that's how you do that. So now we know how to know which chords will fit in a key. You got major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. How to know what chords will fit in a certain key. All right. Major key. This won't work for minor. It's different for minor, but I have another video on that. But and now we know how to make a major chord in case we don't know how to memorize it. And eventually you will. Once you play these chords and make music long enough, you'll memorize them. So yeah, we know how to know which chords we want or which chords are available, and we know how to make them. So we'll go back into this. This right here is what's called a 1, 5, 6, 4 chord progression. Okay? It sounds like this again. Probably sounds really familiar because it's the most common chord progression ever used in pop music, or really music in general. So that's why I use it for this video. There's no real formula to come across like chord progressions like this. It's really just trial and error. Once you know the notes that are available to you and the chords that are available to you, it's kind of just trial and error. But this is they have a bunch of chord progressions that have been used throughout the hundreds of years of music that are really common and popular that a lot of people go to because they sound good for whatever reason. But the reason it's called a 1, 5, 6, and 4 is because it has the 1, which is your C major, your 5, which is your G major, then your 6, which is your A minor, and then it goes to your 4, which is F major. All right, 1, 5, 6, 4 stands for what notes in the scale, and therefore what chords in the scale. Because whatever note you start from, that's going to determine what chord it is. So, like, if we're in the key of C major and we want to play an A chord, it's going to have to be an A minor. Because remember, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. A is minor, right? So that's your 6. Okay. So just remember that. So it's a 1, 5, 6, 4. That's the most common chord progression pretty much ever. I'm going to be uploading a video. If you're watching this too far in the future, it's probably already up. It's going to be linked in the bottom of the description, or you can find it on my channel. It's going to be it's going to be just going over and introducing a few more really good and popular chord progressions just to get y'all kind of inspired and just showing y'all some standards and go-tos on chord progressions that you can use in your music to at least get started, you know. But anyway, that's literally kind of all it is. To recap, okay, we know what notes are in our key. We know how to know which chords are available to us with the major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. And then we know how to make those chords, which if you forgot, you could just rewind or just go from your root note. If you want a major chord, you go up 4, then you go up 3. All right. If you want a minor, you go up 3, then you go up 4. Okay. That's all that is. Okay. And diminished is you go up 3, then you go up 3. I have it muted. And that's all that is. That's literally all it is. And so say you make a chord progression that's just like this. To make a melody, all you got to do is know what key you're in, which you obviously do because you already made the chords, and then just tinker around with the notes. Like, that's it. That's literally it. And for the bass line, I just have the root note for each chord. See that? The root note, because this is C major chord right here. I put a low C. This is a G major, so I put a low G. It's an A minor, so I put a low A. And then for the F major, I put a low F. How long have we been going for? Only 16 minutes. Also, if you look, see, I have a C major, G major, that's all good, but the A minor, I don't have this E way up here for the A, C, and E for the A minor. I brought it down here because I didn't want that high note up here. That's called an inversion, okay? And we'll be going over that in a different video. But, so this is an A minor, A, C with the E on the bottom, all right, with the fifth on the bottom. And then for the F major, which is F, A, C, we have, yeah, this is like normal. This is normal inversion, okay? It'd be a inversion if I put the C on the bottom. Let me see how that sounds. Yeah, but you get it. So, I hope I didn't skim over anything that y'all needed. If y'all need any more help, just hit me up in the comments. Go watch that chord progression video. Go watch my other music theory videos. Ask me questions, blah blah. But the gist of it, I just want to recap, is as long as you're playing in your key, you're probably good. Alright? So anyway, peace out, bye, like and subscribe, adios.